Hello everyone. Out of all the provided quotes, one quote stuck out to me the most and deeply resonated with me. Specifically the quote, "Our greatest glory is not in falling, but in rising every time we fall," stated by Confucius. At first I was confused by this quote on why Confucius was seamlessly valuing failure itself, until I noticed he is valuing what comes after failure, signaling that humanity's greatest achievement is when failure is perceived as an opportunity to persevere rather than to give up. Personally, I agree with Confucius's perspective on one of humanity's greatest strengths. Mainly, the American Revolution, first lunar landing, and the COVID-19 pandemic is evidence of perseverance after failure. First of all, the American Revolution was a pivotal event in American history, as all the colonizers united against Britain, confronting Britain against tyrannical rule at the time. At first, the colonizers were not very confident in their ability against Britain, as they were not prepared for war like Britain, with a high population and successful economy. But with perseverance, the colonies were able to form militias, armies, and an alliance with France to defeat Britain and gain independence. Second of all, historically, the first lunar landing was during the space race, which was a competition between the United States and the Soviet Union, which is now Russia. While during the space race and before the first lunar landing, the United States notably lost, sending out the first man into space to the Soviet Union. And after this loss, the United States aimed for higher, aiming to land a man onto the moon. And the perseverance, the United States launched the Apollo 11 crew onto the moon and landed onto the moon, which defeated the Soviet Union in this race. Third of all, the recent COVID-19 pandemic was a significant event as it affected the health of all humanity. This virus was fatal and even caused deaths and even isolated people from one another. But with perseverance, many breakthroughs and scientific breakthroughs were made within a year to solve this virus or to treat this virus and allowing for direct socialization once again. So, overall, in the face of failure, humanity successfully prevails, as the American Revolution, the lunar landing, and COVID-19 pandemic are events that express this natural determination. The American Revolution was an American victory that went against impossible odds that signaled failure. The first lunar landing was an ambitious goal for the United States after the loss of sending the first man into space, ultimately allowing them to beat their opponents. And the COVID-19 pandemic was an event that put the health of many people at stake, disrupting day-to-day living, but was ultimately treated through breakthrough discoveries, which brought back the roots of direct socialization. So, the quote, "Our greatest glory is not in falling, but in rising every time we fall," by Confucius, is a timeless reminder that humanity is a persevering force that learns from its failures, resulting in progress, victory, change, and change. Thank you for listening.